In this video, I get another look around what's going on at Auto Alex. I also get given a free car. Taylor and I have a heart-to-heart chat in his Range Rover, and I meet the rest of the team, Rory and Alex. Not only that, I get given the inside scoop on which famous YouTuber has bought their Ferrari.
What's going on, guys? So, you join me outside of Reading train station, which is not a normal place to start a video. However, I'm here to meet someone, and that someone is Taylor, hence why I'm carrying his number plates from the first car that I bought from him, oh gosh, way back in December. Because I'm going to be buying another car from him today, but somewhat. There's a bit of a twist, but I'll explain more of that in a minute. Now, I'm sure, like lots of you guys, you tuned in to the Auto Alex podcast last night, where Taylor mentioned that he had sold his F10 to buy a Range Rover.
Hold on. If it's a Range Rover, I'm going to be fuming. Have you swapped it for an L322? Why? Why do people do this?
Right, there is.
What's wrong with you?
I'm excited to see what this Range Rover is like, because I don't even know what it looks like. I think he's just around here. Let's see if we can find him. Oh, it looks like a nice one as well. It looks like a really nice one. There he is, he's waving.
In my excitement, I didn't realise Taylor was on the phone to none other than Luke from Garage of Luke.
Hey buddy, you're now going to be on my next video. Yeah, you are on it right now. It's Luke Scrambler. Right guys, so I'm in the L322 with Taylor, and immediately we just started discussing. I was like, Taylor, I've got to film this. I've got to film it, because anyone that watched the podcast, and I'm sure most of you watching my video probably watched the podcast last night, will know that you sold your F11, because it was a touring,
yeah,
which was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Dark blue with cream, if I remember correctly.
Carbon black, cream leather, wood
Nice.
trim, all
Nice.
all the bells and whistles. Lovely car, but it was a little bit high mileage. I was a bit worried about it.
170, was that right?
171.
Okay.
And by the end of this year, it would have been over 200,000 miles, because I do over 30,000 miles a year.
Yeah.
My friend buys and sells these cars.
Okay.
And I drove one, and as soon as I drove it, I put my head in my hands.
You were like,
and
I
thought,
have to have it.
I've got a Range Rover shaped hole in my
Because
heart.
I've bought your last one.
Yeah, and I had no intentions of buying one because I had Big Pete.
Of course.
I sold Big Pete back to Alex,
Yeah.
because Alex needed another camera car, and I sold him back cheap. I made a loss on it, but you know what? It is what it is. But anyway, I drove my friends one of these, and I thought, oh no, I need one of these. And he said, well look, why don't you have the one that's been sat out the back of my unit for 6 months?
Right.
That's currently not working.
Right.
And I was like, tell me more.
Is this one?
Is this one?
Okay, I'm waiting for this.
So I bought this. I actually ended up straight swapping this with my F11.
No!
Now my F11 was a perfectly usable car. It
just
was
high mileage. Okay.
for a car that didn't work, was covered in crap.
Oh my gosh.
The glove box was out of it because it had a BCM module fault.
Okay.
It had mud all over the rear seats where
Okay.
the person that owned it had a dog. So I ended up getting this as a non-runner.
Yeah.
I fixed it, got it running, put the body control module back in because
Right.
that had been repaired, put
Yeah.
the glove box all back together. I had a new key made for it because it had a fault with the key.
That's what the body control module, they were trying to rummage
Yes.
around with that, I imagine, because that's linked to the key, isn't it,
It
on
is.
these, because it's keyless start.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right. I put a new set of wheels on it because the wheels that were on it were awful. I spent an entire day cleaning the interior. The only bit I haven't done is this. But
Yeah.
I was thinking about putting a leather headliner in it out of an autobiography.
You said the interior was really, the interior is lovely. I keep looking around, apart from a couple of speckles, like I said, it's really nice.
It is now, but it wasn't.
Oh, really? You put the word.
It looked like it had been broken for spares.
Oh my gosh.
It was really bad.
So what was the original fault that made it sit at your friend's place for 6 months?
So the wipers wouldn't park.
Okay.
You put the wipers on and they'd go mad. Even
Right.
if they were off, they would
Okay.
go mad, and then they'd stop halfway up the screen.
Right.
And the key was broken, so when you got out of it, like all the windows would go down, the sunroof would open, and then it would all go
God.
back up, and then it would randomly lock and unlock. And he thought that it was a body control module fault.
Right.
But it wasn't. It was two separate faults. The first
Right.
one was with the park switch on the wipers.
Weird.
So it's had a new wiper motor.
Right.
And the second one was the key. The key, I think, was water damaged, and the buttons were
Right.
damaged. So I replaced the key, replaced the wiper motor.
Okay.
It's had a new oil cooler, a service, etc.,
Nice.
etc. And now it is a pretty mint condition.
So for the viewers, What engine is this one? What is it?
This is the last of. It's a 4.4 twin
V8.
turbo diesel V8 with
Yes.
the ZF8 gearbox. Which is
No
the best
way.
one.
The best at gearbox yet.
It's got the virtual dash. It's got the split TV.
It does. We'll let you guys have a little look around the interior of this as well, because this is to die for. And again, I mean, just look at that. It's
And
stunning.
you'll notice there is a lot of light in here.
Yes.
It's very airy because it's got no tinted windows.
Oh, it's clear glass.
Which is what I really like. I
That
like
is
the
sick.
clear glass.
That is so,
It's
and
really
rare
airy.
as well. You don't find clear glass Range Rovers.
Yeah, you don't.
They don't exist anymore. They really don't. They've all got
Yeah.
privacy glass.
But yeah, other than that,
Okay.
it's done 90,000 miles and
Nice.
it's got one owner from new.
Oh my gosh, you've
It
done
is.
well. Basically, you have done well.
I
You
have.
traded well.
But knowing me, I'll end up driving it about, break it, spend an absolute fortune on it, and then make a loss. Because that's
Yeah,
what we do, right?
That's what you do. That's
But
what you do.
at least now I can say my daily drive is a twin turbo V8.
Range
and my
Rover,
weekend
yes.
car's a V10.
V10. Oh, the V10. So I don't think I've mentioned. I think we did mention it on the last video. So obviously the last video I came to see Taylor was when I bought the 6 Series.
Yep.
Which I've still not driven, and that's why you've not seen a video on it, because we're literally final stages away. There was a slight power steering leak, whereby we had to order a part, which just took a week and a half to come, which was ridiculous. So we're almost ready. And we're going to be meeting up at Food and Fuel,
Yep.
where you're going to bring your M5,
Mhm.
and Taylor and I are finally going to have our 645 versus M5 video. It's not really versus, but
Yeah.
two cars from the Bengal era that are somewhat similar.
Mm.
They both have their, as Doug would coin it, quirks and features.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. So watch this space, guys. Now, I suppose I kind of need to divulge a little bit about what we're doing today.
Yeah.
I'm going to say how this started.
Yeah.
Taylor rang me yesterday, and so it's just,
Quite
just
funny.
too funny. He said, "Hamilton." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Would you like a free car?" And I said, "Taylor, whenever anyone phones me and says, 'Do you want a free car?' the answer is always yes.
No matter how shit it
But
is.
please tell me what's." And the plan was that I wasn't going to know what the car was.
Yeah.
And that was the plan that we'd made yesterday when I said, yes, I'll have this free car. I don't want to know what it is. I want you guys to be as surprised as me. And then we chatted for about half an hour, and then you accidentally let slip.
I did, yeah. I did do that.
You did.
But that all you know
That's
is
all I
the
know.
model. You don't know anything else
I
about
don't know
it.
if it's the first one or the first one, the 90s one's kind of cool. And
Yeah.
there's the 2000s-ish one, which
Yeah.
is not so cool, but still,
Yeah.
it's, it is what it is. Which one is it?
Do you want to know?
I want to know. Well, no. I tell you what, you're right. Let that be. No, you're right. Let's let it be a surprise. So, guys, we're going to head our way to the Auto Alex headquarters. Oh, actually, I have a question for you, which I think is quite interesting to ask. So, obviously, you worked at that. Your first job was working at a garage, and you worked there for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then after that, you went to work for the classic American car company.
Yeah.
And then you did the AA, and that's when you then went in with
Mhm.
Auto Alex.
Yeah.
In that time period, from when you were owning cars and driving cars, what was the first car that you bought that you went, this is it? Like, this is something that's really exciting.
Probably my grey E92 M3.
Oh my gosh! Where is that car now?
I very much do miss that.
Oh my gosh!
Either that or my third car that I ever owned
Okay.
was a Techno Violet BMW E36 328 manual sport.
Another Techno Violet.
Yeah.
Because the one you sold to, the first car you sold to Alex was a Techno Violet E46, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I had that car for about 6 years, and I loved it. And I drove it to the south of France. I loved it to bits. It was either that or the M3. That was a fabulous car.
So what grey was it?
It was.
Was it space grey?
Space grey.
Right. I've got something to say on this because this is interesting. It's why I asked this question. I had an answer to that own question in my head, and some of my followers know me, and they'll know the first really nice car I ever bought. It wasn't an M3, but it was an E93, space grey with black leather. And then I wrote that one off, and then I bought another space grey, but the LCI version. They were only diesels. And that car really. So I that's something that really resonates with me as well. So E92 M3, and was it manual or auto?
It was a space grey E92 M3 manual with fox red leather.
No, it wasn't. Are you serious?
Well,
oh my god!
It was fabulous. And do you know what? At the time, I was quite young.
Yeah.
I got it on finance. It was expensive to insure.
Of course.
£700 a year to tax.
Yep.
And I literally spent every single monthly pay packet
Yeah.
that I got on that car.
Where were you working at this when you had that car?
that would have been at the AA.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I got paid fairly well.
Sure.
But all of it went on the car.
Did it?
And that's the only reason I sold it. Is because I was like, I need to grow up at some point. And I sold it, and I was like,
We've both been doing this. That's exactly what I was doing. Mine was on finance. Every pound I had went on insurance, fuel, tax, and the finance payment, obviously.
Yeah.
And it just got to a point. I had a girlfriend at the time. She was like, "This is getting ridiculous. Like, this is stupid now."
But that's what we do. We're car lovers.
This is it.
We go out, we work,
We do.
and our enjoyment, our
Yeah.
our hobby, and whatever you want to call it, is cars.
It is.
And yeah, I spend my whole life, every day of my life, has something to do with cars.
Yes.
Can you remember the last day that you went out and you didn't drive something, or you didn't think about a car, or you didn't talk about a car?
I can. The answer to the first part of your question there is yes, because which again my viewers may or may not know, they probably do, I lost my license for a fairly long amount of time.
Yeah.
And every day I woke up not being able to drive a car, and it killed me. So actually, yes, I know exactly what you're saying, and it really sucks. Taylor is, I've said I'm buying a car, but I'm not buying a car. I'm really not.
Just
it's
remember,
free. Yes.
the only premise is
I have to do a road
you
trip.
have to take this car on a road trip.
So that's going to happen. Well, it's going to happen now because I've got to drive back to Devon. But actually, you guys did a trip in a certain country.
I'll tell you, we went to Southern Ireland and we did about 1,000 miles. So
Okay.
there and back, we did the whole sort of loop of Southern Ireland. We went to the most westerly point and the most southerly point.
Amazing.
And it is probably the most scenic road trip I've ever
You
been
said you
on.
want to go back and do it in something V8, don't you?
Yeah, I would like to.
So you guys did this in this particular car, which shall not be named for the moment. You went to Ireland. What Krista and I have thought that we'd do is we'll take it to Wales.
Okay.
And we're going to do a Welsh road trip in it.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
after that, I've been racking my brain thinking what I should do with this car after it. And there'll be something to do with you guys, the car community, that I do with this car afterwards. So after that amazing chat with Taylor, I was thinking I was going to have to leave the video there because I don't want to reveal what this free car is just yet. However, once we pulled up at the Auto Alex units, I got to meet not just Rory, but Alex as well, and I'd never met either of them. And then Alex and I had a little chat, and he told me all about what's going to happen with his Ferrari 360. Right, so, as you know, I am being given a car, which you guys have been using, and I cannot release what that car is yet, because I want your guys' video to come out first. So I'm really happy I bumped into you, because I need to talk about something on this video, and at the moment it's just me and Taylor talking about nonsense.
Okay,
so what I'd love to do...
Is he banging on about Range Rovers again?
I knew he was going to buy a Range Rover.
Gosh, so
I knew he was...
pour off.
What's wrong with Range Rovers? We love
Everyone's got Range Rovers.
It's true.
Everyone needs an Alpha.
Everyone does. Do you know what? This whole Alpha move that you guys have got going at the moment, I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And in my email that I sent you guys, even though Taylor's kind of my guy, I actually voted you the winner in your podcast. I did.
Yeah. Oh, good connection.
I know. We're on it. So the one question that I'm dying to ask, I won't keep you, and I think a lot of people want to know about this, and you talked about it in your podcast with Ben Fowler a little bit.
Yeah, I'm 6'2". That wasn't the question.
I'm not 6'2", and he's definitely shorter than me.
Definitely not. Yeah.
It's the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Now
Ferrari.
you're not a Ferrari guy. I'm going to turn the camera to you.
Yeah. No.
You're not a Ferrari guy.
No.
I know it was on the video with Clarkson and everything else.
Yeah.
How can you not be? Is my question.
I just don't have Italian blood running through my veins, and this was never a poster car for me.
No.
That was a poster car for
the
me.
993.
Yeah, and also like an E30 M3 was also a poster car for me.
Yeah.
But that, it came up for sale and it was dirt cheap.
It was cheap.
It was
was
cheap.
it 25?
25 grand for one of those, yeah. So, I mean, we managed to take it away, get it here, get it started, getting running, get it driving. I mean, I can prove that because I crashed in the
It was at this moment that he knew.
And everyone was like, "Oh, it's scripted. You did it for views."
No.
Like, why would I crash a Ferrari
100% not. Definitely not.
Yeah.
The look on your face
I know,
told me it was not scripted.
No, it was quite funny though.
Yeah.
So I'm not that clever to script something as funny as that. But I'm just not in love with it. I'm not enamored by it. So a very famous YouTuber from America has actually said that he's going to buy it.
Tavares?
It's very famous. It's Tavares.
It's Tavares.
Yeah.
Because I thought the only other person that would buy that is Sam Crack.
Yeah.
Because obviously big into his 360. Tavares. So this is Tavares now.
Yes.
Is
Well, not yet because he's not paid for it yet.
Is this an exclusive?
It actually
Is
is.
it?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I've got the exclusive.
We filled out each other's hands online, and yeah, next time he's over, he's going to take that away because that is more than 25 years old, and he can import it to America.
Of course he can. So it wasn't the 360, but it was the 993. That was your kind of poster car.
Yeah.
And I noticed you've put what looks like a GT spoiler on the back of that.
Yes, it's a GT2 wing. Yeah,
Is that an original GT2 wing?
I think so.
How the hell did you
I
find
mean, it was only £700. It was a friend's friend who had it on his car, and he's changed wings, and he was like, I have no use for it. You can have it for 700 quid.
No way.
So took it, got it resprayed. It looks the bollocks. I've got a front splitter on there as well.
No way.
I need wheels.
I noticed, yeah, you've got the GT splitter as well.
Yeah. The front splitter looks amazing.
What
but yeah.
wheels are you going to go for?
Well, everyone, the BBSs are the ones to go for.
Of course.
But there are so many different ilks of wheel.
True.
And I'm not one of those like wheel nerds.
No.
That's what Edwin's for. He tells me what wheels to buy, really.
Nice.
But yeah, I've just not really had my heart set on one particular set.
I'm with
and
you.
also the BBSs, you can't get them, they don't make them.
No.
And the ones that
And
are
they're
available,
hugely expensive.
they're £5,000.
That's a car.
And you can exactly,
That's a car.
and you can only get those in southern Germany as well, and then shipping's like a dumb amount as well. So
Absolutely unbelievable. Well, dude, I didn't expect to meet you today. This is totally impromptu.
I didn't expect to meet you as well.
No, like
I'm a
literally,
big fan, yeah.
I walked in this door and I was like, Alex, and he went, Hamilton! And we had a big call. So, mate,
Yeah.
thank you so
Your
much.
energy is amazing. Yeah, I love
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
seriously, I'm absolutely blown away. So
Wicked.
thank you so
No,
much.
no, you're
And
very
guys,
welcome.
like, comment, subscribe, obviously. Yeah, tune in next week to tell you what the car is that I'm being given by these lovely people.
It's shit. It's shit. It's really shit.